Hey, you guys. Let me turn this up. Waiting for Lori. Hi, Mary. I'm going to give it a few minutes because I went on a few minutes early. Hi, you guys. Welcome in. Oh, there goes the dog. Hi, Cammie, Mary, Adrian, Brenda, Muffin Top. Hi, you guys. Welcome in. Sorry I had to change. Did I change the time? Yeah, I did. I changed it a little bit. Welcome to WCAA Network, where everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. I hope you enjoyed my first video today. I had to get it out there. I really needed to get it out there because it was just sitting on me heavily. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Sassafras. Today, I've got a presentation that, as you see, the photo that you see here, I have a presentation that's going to kind of continue what I left off on Saturday night. I left abruptly because I was just overloaded and my concentration just stopped. It went right so deep into this photo that I couldn't go any further. And that's what happens. I mean, that's what happens when you work with spirit. You really don't know. And it was so intense that I couldn't do it any longer. And you're going to see why in a minute when I show you these videos. And that's how I'm going to start today. Oh, Julie, hi. So I started this morning with a video, for those who haven't seen it, discussing Benny Keys and the photos and information that his videos just continuously give me. It hasn't stopped since day one, and we don't hear from him, nor will we. And sometimes it's like it's obvious, like some people just don't understand the thought process of spirit, which is okay. But for those that watched the video this morning, and sometimes the emails and comments that come forth after a video like that are so telling that it's actually exciting to me when that happens, because some people don't even realize what they're saying. Like, you all could leave comments or an email that has, of course, you think it has something to do with it, and that's why I find it silly, and I see right through it. So if you know your intentions aren't pure, and you think your intentions aren't going to be seen, you're on the wrong channel, because I see right through it. And many a times I find it very funny because it's so childish. It's like, if you're a grown adult and you're acting like this in your world, I can't imagine how you speak to people that are younger than you. They must think you're really just immature, or just like something's not correct. So anyways, hi, Riding Solo. I'm going to start out by showing you this video, Rump Along here, because this is going to get me into exactly where I stopped last time. And I know it's powerful enough to start this live off because it was powerful enough to shut me down. I believe, again, this is all for entertainment purposes and for educational. Nothing's been proven yet right. Nothing's been proven wrong. These are theories that it comes through channeling here on WCAA Network. That's how we do it here. Everyone has their own way of doing things. In order to, hopefully they're doing it to bring justice to the children and to have them recognized, so they get their story told, right? Get their story told. That's why I'm here. So I'm showing you this video. I believe that it is a sacrifice. I believe that this is a real video that shows what goes on during the fire and the flame, and that this is real. This video is no longer on this person's channel, but I video recorded it, and I believe that this came from Tina's channel. I'm almost positive this was from Tina's Simile's channel. It doesn't matter, but it's where I got it. So I'm going to play this while I talk over it, because I believe I took the sound out. So this is what they're at, a fire, and they show a close-up of the fire, but I want you to watch the movements within the fire and imagine this as part of the movements that you see within the machines that I show you. To me, I know what I see, but I'm showing this to you so you see what you believe you see before I tell you. I've already told you I believe this is a sacrifice. And they're connected by the machinery, the tubing, thing that goes over the mouth. This is underground within a tunnel, and it's under the ground. They're putting things in there. See how they're putting things in there. It's very much a close-up of whatever they're doing. And I call this the boob. I don't know if it's a real boob. I don't know what it is. I think it's a person's head. We don't know. But all of this information is exactly what, when I say sacrifices, I believe this is what these things look like. Now, you could only imagine within your own brain of what's going on here, right? I believe it's bodily fluids being exchanged. And this is something that they're creating. And it's sacred. This isn't something that they want other people to be looking at right now, but we are. Because it was put out there. Watch. This is happening underneath a fire. There's like a fire on the top, I believe, and I think that this is happening under it, like under some ground surface. Now, if I were to stop it and show you the different shapes, you're going to see that these shapes and so forth are shapes that I've been showing you throughout Summer Moon Wells Missing Children. Yes, I believe that these are skeletons. Yes, I believe these are humans. And yes, I believe it's a heart. I think that these are, like, as you keep going, this is a sacrifice. I have, this is taken from I put this up on my channel, and it's, the name of that's up down there. You'll see it soon. Yes, it's sucking something out of someone's head. See, let me stop it. Watch. See, when you stop it, you could almost see it's a human head. All we got to do is ask Tina. This is Tina's video. This is Tina's video. I have a lot of different clips. Here's a different clip. See? And that's what you guys see that in the eyeball remover. Like when I do that eyeball thing, that could be the eyeball, because that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. So when I just move this back and forth and stop it, you see these are people. See? This is the sacrifice. And this is a real video. These aren't stills, but now you understand. This is going to be in my presentation why I stopped Saturday night, because I already went through an hour or so presentation, and all of a sudden I got to these photos. I'm like, I can't do it, because when I'm too deep within meditation and I'm channeling, sometimes see the eyeball there, right here, right here. It's eyeball. Sometimes it's just too much, but I could do it here is way better. There's some sort of fluid exchange. That's what that is. Here's another video. See, that's a mouth. See how when these are all different sections of the video. See? All different sections. So this is where you see a lot of the fire. So it starts out where you watch it from above and underneath. Above and underneath. And it's, I'm stopping it in between so you see the V, you see all of the elements. There's what I call the snowball. And you see all the different elements that I've been showing you are here. See, that's a person. The head gets taken off. This is the whole entire thing. So you've seen these in little bits and pieces that I show. Here, I'm stopping it. Notice the line down the head, those thin little strings that go through. And then here's the fire. The fire is shaped like a V. It's very, very much here, everything that I've been showing you. And then there's always a little snowball. But this is the SUMMERWELLS Missing Children's journey. And this is a massive part of my documentary. And because from how I see it, this is my truth sits from over here. This is the truth from where I see it. It doesn't necessarily mean that this is the true story. Not until it's been proven so. But if you look at this, this is what I see to be true. Now I'm going to stop it a little so you could see what's in between. So notice what you're looking at, and then understand that if this is a head here, wait. I always tell you that this is what's connected to the face. It's like a cone thing, right? This is the head. This is connected to the face. This is the heart, and there's stuff connected. Notice all these pieces. I show these pretty much all the time. See? And nothing has changed. And they're making these little snowballs because I heard in the video, the voices talk about how much they could sell these snowballs for. Now here's the person going into the flame. This is right there. These are sacrifices that are held over the fire. So, one day, this is what the kids are just, the children and the victims are just looking for their story to be understood and recognized on a very large scale so they get their justice. And these videos are no longer available on their YouTube channels, but you could get it on mine. I run this whole video in one of my 600 videos. But this is a person that's wrapped in that white stuff. And this person is going into the flames. See? So this is very, very, very important, and this is part of a major part of their sacrifice. This is a major part of the sacrifice. So if I were to keep stopping this and take photos, I would get the photos of each part of them in the flames. The flames, this is part of what they go through, you see. And I will keep this forever because it's a major part of the documentary I'm putting together. Because when I play this, the spirits around me feel a sense of calmness. I feel a sense of calmness, not because this brings calmness to them, but they're comfortable with me saying what I'm saying. And this is part of what they go through. That's the name of is For You, SUMMERWELLS Missing Children. This one, I had to take it off of my own channel because I already put it up there. See how this is the head going into the inferno, like into the flames? You guys have seen this. Summer Moon Wells went through this. The children and the victims feel a sense of calmness because they're comfortable with how I'm presenting this, you see. There's a sense of calmness when their story is told correctly and their story is shared. There's a difference between sharing their story by everyone screaming and creating chaos. over doing it that way or doing it this way, you know. I go by how my internal self feels when I speak about the story. And my own self, my own spirit within me knows when there's a part of the story that is pretty much dead on, like pretty much correct. And it gives them a sense of self, and it gives them a sense of hope, and it makes them feel free. It's very freeing for them to see this. They've already gone through the pain. They've already gone through what they needed to go through to get to the other side. So now they're waiting as I put bits and bits of pieces together. So this is really, really insightful to look at. Even those see the head with that thin white line in it? Those are those thin little white things that I always say they use. They wrap the body in. But they show really clearly. They always show up. The white mesh pieces, see? Those are the sticks. See the stick in the neck? Those are the sticks that are of importance. These are the sticks that are kept. These are the sticks that all they wind up keeping. See these? Those, for all I know, those sticks are bones. I call them sticks because maybe the kids don't know exactly what they are. Maybe the kids don't know what this is. This is probably a fetus, but this is stuck in the head. This is in the head. This here, they're exchanging something. There's an exchange here. There's a giver and a taker. There's someone who receives. There's someone who gives. But this is what they know. I don't get big words. I don't get, oh, this is the, this is the bone on the leg. This is the bone on the eye. They don't frickin' know that. They just know it's a stick. They know this is their mouth. They know this is the fetus. They know that there's something stuck in the head. They know something stuck in the head. They know that they're connected to something that's creating the snowball. That's all they know. They call it a snowball. Right? They're young babies who have gone through this, and they only understand that it's not being stopped. This is the doorway. Here's your doorway. Everyone has one. This goes down into the ground, down into the ground. This fire pit goes down into the ground. It looks, so if there's a fire pit here covered with sticks, you could look under the sticks, and this is what's down here under it. This is what's under it, you guys. That's all they know. That's all they know. Right? Oh, yeah, Muffin Top, I kept it since June 15th from Jody Sue Brown's first video. The only reason I kept it is because I was told to. I don't keep shit. I keep nothing. I'm one who throws everything away. I purge everything. So this is their sacrifice. And this is what they know from. This is what happens. Their mouths are open wide. This is what they know. And want to know something so sad? They watch this before it happens to them. They know this. They know the sticks on the top because they know it. They've seen it before they go through it. They see this before they go through it. So, this is a fire. It's here. I'm going to just play it. It just plays out, and there's no rhyme or reason what the hell this looks like. It's over a fire pit. People are talking, and they're sitting and watching this happen. They watch this happen. And this is what it is. Those are flames. And those flames keep going while whatever is going on here continues. And this is straight from the video. I have made no changes to it. No changes to it, you guys. This is their video. This is their video. That's a fire pit. I'm moving it up a little. Then it slows down. And it just keeps doing this. This is like what I showed you was happening, the eyeball thing. But this is what the kids know as their sacrifice. This is a fire, and they know that this is what winds up being. And this is a fire pit. And it doesn't matter how many people I show this to or whatever. No one has been questioned. No one. No one's been questioned. I could show all of this stuff all day long, right? I'm going to show you something today that really are matches, and I don't know what's going to be, but I know that the children are really happy that I'm sharing this information. And I'm just sharing it just because. I have no way other than having them tell me what's their truth, that it's true, other than what is being told to me. Now, the ones that watched my video earlier saw that I kind of blasted into a Benny, and understand that when I blast into anyone, it's not about them, because we don't know who these people are. And the Benny we know of is not the Benny that I'm talking about. I've been saying that for, it's coming on 2 years. And between all of the channels that I say aren't those person, I've been begging for them to look at their videos, at least acknowledge the fact that it's in there and that you're doing something with your videos to help Summer Moon Wells missing children. Nothing. That in itself makes me question them. I'm not questioning what I'm doing. The truth here, I believe, is the truth. I wouldn't be wasting all this time if I thought that it wasn't. But this comes from the Benny Keys that we know of. I showed this one with the hat with the little thing on the front, just like Gabby Petito had. I showed this. You guys have never seen Benny in this hat before. But let me tell you guys something. These are all Bennies in front of you from the same video. So my question is, who are these people that are behind the Benny's face? They must be part of this ongoing saga of who is doing this to the children. Because if it wasn't, I wouldn't be showing it. I wouldn't be seeing it. It wouldn't be here. This face is behind Benny in the new video that he just let out 3 days ago. Does anyone know this is Benny Keys? Does anyone? This isn't the Benny that we know, you guys. But whoever is here, whoever is hiding beneath his face is someone extremely dangerous and needs to be found. Because if this person wasn't, why would he be here? Why is he here? Why is he in Benny's videos? It makes no sense. It makes no sense why this wouldn't be looked into, because the only reason these people would be in these videos is to hide themselves beneath somebody else that is discussing sick-ass shit about children that are gone, about trafficking, sexual abuse. Everything that we know is to be true, they talk about. So to Benny Keys, and I know that someone is watching this because I got your emails, instead of hiding behind an email and hiding behind comments, come forth. Do something. If you see something, do something. Hiding behind the deep darkness and the evil is being a coward. A coward. That makes you a bully just like they are. This isn't anything other than a person that is part of it. These are the faces behind the Benny Keys. You sort of see Benny Keys' face in there, but guess what? They shouldn't be here. These photos shouldn't be here. Shouldn't be here. That is actually, Benny is supposed to be the one in the middle, but it's not. I call bullshit on you, Benny. Grow a pair of balls is right. Your stuff right now in your videos on this white boy thing, to me, is the most incriminating information thus far. I know lips, I know eyes, I know noses, and this isn't you. Put it this way, this isn't the Benny that we know. This isn't the Benny that you portrayed yourself to be. For all I know, you're the Benny on the right-hand side, or you're the Benny on the left. Whoever you portrayed yourself as is a lie. Just like Molly Golightly portrayed herself as someone which is a lie. Molly Golightly did the same thing. It got too hot in her kitchen, so she had to run away because it was the only way for the others to survive. In order for the other ones to continue moving forward and going on the path that they have paved for themselves, Molly Golightly had to go away. Too many eyes on her. too many eyes. Gone like that. Boom, gone. Ziggy, boom, gone. But I'm sure they're not gone. They're somewhere, but they're just somebody else on social media. There's somebody else on social media. Benny Keys, listen up. If you know this or not, 3 days ago, you showed the most important information in your video. You showed information that I have never seen put so clearly put forward that matches Summer Moon Wells. This is in your video that you have of yourself playing music with the bed behind you. I have been looking for what you're seeing right here, you guys, for a very long time. I have been on the lookout for this for a very long time. I don't know if anyone noticed. I called it Summer Moon Wells' grave. Really, really take a deep breath before I show you the next photo, because in my book, Benny Keys just planted a seed that is so large in my storytelling that it took my breath away. Here it is. Summer Moon Wells, right under her tree that she was swinging on, within Candace's TikTok, had that L on a white brick. I have been trying so hard to understand what that is and why I have never seen it again. I don't need to look any further. I don't need to look any further for little Summer Moon's little block, her little box. I found it. I found it. Let me tell you something. I am not quite sure how. Nobody is going to talk about this, but they won't. Why? Because somehow social media is so wrapped into doing the thing that makes the most money than doing the thing that is correct. This L has been under her tree. It makes me so sad inside. And the L that you show in your video is being displayed so ever so brightly. My question is, where are the authorities? Forget about you. You already put this shit out there. I know what this is. I've been looking at it for way too long. That's a torso. That's a head. That's a thing stuck in the eye. That's the box. And that's the box of summer. Why is this even in your video? Like, I don't care if anyone here doesn't even agree with the fact that these match or not match. Why would this be in your video? Think about it. That doesn't make any sense to me. This here is another thing that the authorities never went back to. Let me back up for a minute. This is point number one that has to be looked into. This shit. This photo. This might as well be your food truck. This might as well be, look it. Let me pull this up. This might as well be the buggy. This might as well be Kylie Rodney. This might as well be the Idaho 4. This could be any one that I have discussed here. This is a perfect picture of what I've been showing. It's like a fucking choo-choo train. Do you understand? You guys, that this is in his video and it's practically perfect photo. Here, if I turn it and even the L's wrong, it's like a choo-choo train. That's what they have. There's your wheels. There it is. There's your box. There's the basket on the top of the box, right under the sun. You have the sun. You have the part on the top. Then you have your box with the maroon on it. That's the whole thing. This is the whole story of every story I have brought to you. This here, they're sitting in. This here is your box with the maroon. This here is holding the body. This here's the head with something here. It's all here. This is the box. These are the wheels. It's all here. This is how you present it when you show all those little kids' shoes with the little boxes, and on the boxes of your kids' shoes, you have these little things right in the front. You did it in your video. There's nothing you could put up. There's nothing you could put up that I'm not going to see. Nothing. There you go. This is another thing that the cops really missed. And I'm bringing this because I'm showing how all of this stuff is underground. It has been placed underground and they haven't looked. Over and over, I show that is Grandis's corner of her RV, and it shows that those boxes are under the ground, beneath the ground there. And that is the blue truck. It's really super obvious. I had to throw this in there because I had to. This shit is right on their property. Benny Keys. You show the whole entire thing. I see it. I understand it. I see the machine. I see the elements. I see it all. My reading, and I channel on these things, and I tell you the things that I see. I'm telling you that I see you. I don't care how funky this shit looks. The day that the authorities want to line this up will be so easy. So easy. the day that they take such a closer look at the video that was put out, they will see how it matches right up. Right up. There's nothing that could be done to cover the fact that this matches all of the sacrifices that I've covered. All of it. This here tells the story. This here tells SUMMERWELLS' story. You see this? This is in the bedroom in which he's standing. Anyone that has been following my channel has been looking at these elements for way too long. We know the photo to the left is basically the same photo to the right. It doesn't matter how it's presented. It tells the same story. It doesn't matter. The story stays the same. It stays consistent. The elements don't change. The way it's presented might change. But we don't get confused here, because what you're showing with your face is the same thing that's showing over here. This. Why? Because your face is being used as the deep fake to whoever is the one being victimized to the right. The story going on over here is the same thing. This is exactly what SUMMERWELLS has on her eye. So I say busted. I am so sick and tired of looking at his videos. I'm not going to stop, but I'm so sick and tired of no one else noticing. You're wrapped up. You've got these deep, dark stories going on in there that I'm just shaking my head and my mouth is dropped like, how is it that no one is doing anything about it? I don't get it. All these photos, they don't change. Here are my photos that I'm showing you match. You guys, they match perfectly to the Idaho 4 voice that is telling the story as if he's there. It's the same V, it's the same equipment, it's the same setup, identical. These photos are the same V's and information. The only other person that gives it to me the same way is Andrew Hilt. Andrew Hilt's videos give me the same identical information. They're the only two channels that give it clearly. Now, do I get it from other channels? Hell yeah. Same channels as I've always had, but these two give it like they don't give a shit. They don't care. What's on Andrew's head is what's above the guy from Idaho 4's head. Same shit. I mean, if I were like any of these guys and I had nothing to do with it, I'd be like, wow. This, again, you guys, for those who didn't see this stuff at the beginning, because it's really not available as much. This was one of the first TikToks of SUMMERWELls. This is her swing video. And the swing video showed many, many, many different kids' faces. And it just kept showing that L. I'm like, didn't get it. The bottom of the swing, I never noticed it until today either. The bottom of the swing, wait, let me grab it. Wait, crop it. I'm going to have to look closer at this, but the bottom of that swing reminds me of this. That's always in Benny's car. It's a symbol. These kids change faces. This right here is the most important, to me, piece of information. This here showing how this all is coming together. They really need to find out who posted that video. Like, who posted it? Same equipment. Now, that's not my keyboard in the front. Whoever made this video, that's their keyboard. I'm just showing you a bunch of different photos from left is Benny's, the right is the guy from Idaho 4, how they just consistently are matching. There's nothing here that's not matching. This is the other person. I don't know who this Gonzo. I've kept him. I bring him up once in a while, but his face and his beard and the messiness and his hat reminds me of the kind of the first, I don't know who Gonzo is, of the first Benny that I met. He was kind of more like this. But he has much information to offer me in his photos, because I'm just keeping him, really tight in my presentations, because his information is very much similar to SUMMERWELLS Missing Children. I don't really know who he is, but I know that that little thing in his glasses, and these are major, major, major significant. The 5 on his cheek. These are very major elements. And I'm just keeping a close eye on what's being told to me through his photos. Like, I can't get a clear read on him right now, but there's definitely a read to be had. This is Benny. These are just 2 different photos to show you how there are different versions of him. Here you see that even the teeth here, like I tried to show you a couple photos that are clear. And you could clearly see one thing here. If you look at the teeth, those aren't the teeth that we're used to seeing. Yeah, I can't get a read on him. Almost like he's a fake person. Like he's not anything. Like I can't explain it. Like it's zero. Like I feel zero. Like he's like a filler. You know, like nothing. Like zero. And then here to the left, I feel like this is a fake mustache and beard. This feels totally fake. Yeah, his teeth here are perfect. So, here, this is the same video. If you guys ever go through any of these guys' videos, the blue and purple lighting is really, really interesting to look into. So all you got to do is on your computer, don't do it with your phone because you'll get a lot of reflection. On your computer, play the video and just take screenshots of what's in the purple. And this is what's in the purple. This obviously isn't Benny in the car seat, unless Benny's face is gone. This isn't Benny's face. Benny's face is actually over here. This is Benny's head. I don't know who this is, but this is Benny's face right over here. I mean, you can't make this shit up, you guys. You can't make this up. I mean, this, like, if any of the authorities ever want to just check this out, these are just straight out screenshots. No woo-woo, no voodoo, nothing. Nothing. You could get them yourself. And Benny's head is all of a sudden on the side. That's Benny over there. All the way to the left. See? Like, and then I'll show you there's someone sitting behind. I can't make them too bright because then they lose quality. But right behind this guy here is someone sitting behind him. But these aren't Benny's faces. I mean, seriously. But they want you to think he's sitting in the car, but that's really what's in the car when the light goes purple. And then many a times, isn't it funny? It's BK, just like Brian Kohlberger. Benny Keys, Brian Kohlberger, same thing. I just think that these are all victims, and I was going to say Brian, and Benny is used as the deep fake over the victims. Because these victims are in individual rooms with the equipment, and I can't make him any brighter. Look at the arm, look at the equipment, and it's obvious. Eyes are bruised. They put fake beards on these people. This is the one that is the most incredible photo. This is the one that will be one of my main key photos right here. I'm going to have a photographer help me with the lighting. Right here. It's like him drinking the blood. Seriously. It's a very intense photo. Very intense. So even though that bright light's supposed to keep us from seeing anything, we still get the photos, and we have a lot of stuff here. Yeah, that's the bed in the background. And it's not Benny, it's someone else. So the smaller photo shows it better. That's the window in that small room. This is sick ass shit, you guys. That's a window. As the video goes on, it just gets a lot brighter where they don't want you to see it. And then it gets darker where you really, it takes a lot to take a photo. But I know how to take the photo. Yeah, there's the window. Or the hole in the ground. Or whatever that is. That's a hole. That's the window. That's the door. Everyone has one. This here, I put in, but I'm not going to be able to brighten it up anymore. These are photos that were in the dark. There's that little light in the left-hand side. I believe that's as much light as they get. Like the person who is in this ground hole, that's as much as they get. The picture to the right is from, this is Benny's video that shows this. And they show that blue and black shoe. But the problem that I have is how they're showing the boxes is fake. This is just information. It's not a Nike box. It's not a shoe box. It's bits of information. Yeah, shoes are a major part of how they communicate. Style of a shoe, the color of a shoe. You guys, this is another part of information that is very critical. Again, this goes back to day number 1. Listen to this. Really listen up. This information was given the day that Summer Moonwells went missing. Right? It was posted 2 times. Once, and I think everyone forgot that this happened because it was never discussed with the authorities. It was posted once at 5:06 and again at 6:06. I'm going to show you. I have all the posts. The one here that you see to the right shows 3 different people. Watch. Wait. This one, I believe, was the one that was posted at 5:06. I'm going to show you. I've got them marked. Notice Summer Moon is in the dress all the way to the bottom right above where it says 1 comment. Then there's another person in the back with red shorts, and then there's another person here with the hearts on them. This video, which was posted twice, the left-hand side, to me, showed where they brought Summer, and to me this was the answer to where they brought her to murder her, because this shouldn't be in here. This is what's in the smallest little corner of the video. This is the water hole. It shows a cabin, and it shouldn't be there. This picture comes next. Oh, I stuck this one in here. I'll show you the 5:06 and the 6:06 in a minute. This is what I believe to be Summer Moonwells' box. I've showed this before, but it's just really important to keep showing, because this stuff, you can't get this stuff anymore. You can't find this anymore on Candace's information. Here is the 5:06 photo. This shows 5:06. Now that 5:06 photo is the exact photo. Wait, let me go back to the... Is the exact photo. There's the foot with the boot, foot with the boot. There you have Summer to the right. This is the 5:06 photo. And now I don't know why this wasn't talked about. The 5:06 photo shows Summer like this here. This is 5:06 because the boot matches and the feet match. This one, that 5:06 was taken down and she reposted it Not only did she repost it at 6:06, but that's when she changed her photo, updated her cover photo. Do you guys remember the cover photo I showed you of her against the tree? She changed it at 6:06 when she put the new photo of her up in the kitchen. So that never was talked about with the authorities. Never. Candace's photo that was her, whatever it was, her cover photo, many people don't have it. I've showed you guys it. Let's see if it's right here. It's, I don't know. I don't think I should grab it right now. It was her against her, her Facebook. These were Facebooks. So not only did she change the video, she changed her cover photo. These are really, really important details that never were talked about. And they're still not talked about. I mean, think about it. To have her at 5:06 have that cover that basically shows her against the tree. Here it is. This was her photo. This one says, this was this one. I don't know if I have the other one. This was her YouTube, Candace Bly. This was switched. All at 6:06. Do you hear what I'm saying? That this one, 5:06, was gone. Gone. And it was replaced, as well as her photo. This picture that they had up now says 6:06. Look at this. Look what's on the legs and the information. Gone. 6:06, 5:06. When you always look at the picture that they have of that mattress that went against the door, which they have so many different versions of that mattress, this version of the mattress was super early. And for some reason, I was like, why don't I see that anywhere anymore? Those black and white things that are right there next to the mattress, this thing, wait, let me crop it. This photo of what is in front of the mattress, which showed one time. It's you guys, when I tell you that they got rid of so much information as fast as they could, here, sorry. Okay, contrast. This is what's in front of the mattress as if it was part of the story. This is what's on the little, on the leg. Let me turn it around. Let me turn it this way is better. So this to me was what was on this little boy's leg. And then the very next day, you see that the mattress changes. It becomes black. The canoe changes. The wall changes. Now the whole entire thing is cement and there's no brick. They couldn't figure out what to do with that chimney, fake chimney, throughout the whole entire time they were taking photos. Sometimes it had bricks, sometimes it was all cement, sometimes it was plastered, sometimes half of it was plastered. It was never the same. These are supposed to be the same photos with the same mattress. They couldn't keep it consistent, you guys. That's another thing to point out. As well as this. Very first day that I showed you the equipment, I'm like, the equipment, I'm telling you guys, and I had I had no leg to stand on. I was just blurting shit out because I was being told that's the machinery, that's the machinery. Everything's going to match what's in front of the Wells house. And it just stayed consistent. It stayed consistent. This little piece here kept showing up. This piece here and this piece here in Candace's videos. Over and over. As well as this. This is Chris Watts. They always had this extra little phone. That's what they look like. Chris Watts was going ballistic trying to get a hold of all his phones in his house. If you guys go watch his video of when the cops came, he was not paying attention to anything other than to try to get his phones in order. And that phone is the same kind of a thing that they show over and over in SUMMERWELLS. Again, this says Finding Summer. I'm not quite sure what this says, but it doesn't say Finding Summer. I believe that this is summer. I believe that this is representative of summer. I think that these photos are really significant. They always have been. And this is down under. To me, this kind of a photo is extremely identifiable and the same as the sacrifice that they go through to get there, which looks like this. This is the same. It's the same purpose. It's telling you the same same story. This here, there are pieces in here, which I call the elements, that don't change. Because if you know your elements, you're going to find them. This is the number 5, and this is the same. This is that. Because I know my elements so well, I've really listened. Let's see, contrast, brightness. Let's see if I could color it or you could see it. Oh, it's not easy. Let's see. Everything else is noise. But when it comes to the elements, like that's that. I know that they're the same story, you see. I know that this is what SUMMERWELLS went through. This is the hole in the ground that these kids go to. This comes from Benny Key's photo of him driving in his car. This comes from another one of Benny Key's videos. This is what's outside the window, because it's not a real car. It's not a real window. It shows the underground of where this is happening. These are real, true holes. These are not fake at all. This is where this happens. This is where it happens. The story that I hear consistently over and over, you guys, after it's going to be 2 years soon, nothing has shifted, nothing has changed. Nothing. I have been seeing this in Don Wells's car. This is what it is. And whoever is in this photo, to me, looks, now there's no coincidences here. Looks just like Ryan Kohlberger. So take that with, whatever you want to take it with, but these are the photos that I had first month. This is the first time that I got a load of the phone that had that little chip thing with it. This was the first time I'm like, what does he have in his hand? Because it had all these different things with it. It wasn't just a phone. He was using that phone as if it was a device. That phone is what I just showed you here. This isn't a cell phone. It's this thing. It's a device. that comes with those clippers that look like a number 5. And this is what goes on. This is the first time over a year ago that I was introduced to those things that go in the eyeball. So when I show information, up-to-date information, that means that I've been looking at it since way the beginning, over a year ago. So when I say, oh yeah, that's a thing in the eyeball, it's a number 5, I don't pull shit out of my ass. I've been looking at this stuff for a very long time. And if something's going to go in someone's eyeball and I'm going to talk about it, it doesn't shift. The elements stay the same. These elements here have never changed. Never. I've shown this element numerous times. I'm bringing you back to these photos because these are Benny Keys' photos that I want to show you guys that I have been collecting his photos way before most of you probably have been following the case. These are not even up. You can't get this shit anymore because they removed them all. Of course they removed them all. They're all repeat elements. And if anyone knows anything about trying to solve a case, all you need are elements that keep repeating over and over. And guess what? I could use them in my documentary. I don't need to wait for anyone to tell me that they're repeat elements. This here is all over all the cases. First time I saw it was in Benny's eyeball. And it hasn't stopped. It hasn't stopped. This and what's in his eye is the same thing. That's why I call this the eyeball remover, because what else can it be? There's the stick in the eye. You guys, this shit has not changed. And it really comes down to just a couple creators that I have my information from. This has not shifted. Nothing has shifted. I may have shown this. When I showed this for the first time, I was like, okay, do you know how difficult it was for me when I knew what it was? I'm like, and I saw the sick ass shit that was behind it, but yet I was putting it up here. I mean, and just saying the things that I just knew were to be true, but yet I didn't have all of this other stuff. I have all this. You know how many videos I have of this eyeball thing? I have a lot of it. Identical. Cookie cutter. Cookie cutter. These videos were taken down. This is exactly what you're looking at. The one to the left is SUMMERWELLS'. What you see there is the same thing. All I gotta do is turn upside down. That might be big, but these are little. They make them all different sizes so it confuses you. There's nothing confusing to me because I get the benefit of the explanation. I get the explanation. This is the same thing. It's the same thing. That is telling you this story. Telling you this story. The spirits could only give so much and so many hints and try so very hard to show the truth beneath a deep fake. And then they keep showing it and showing it. And then they hope one day it will be understood as the truth. How many times do they have to have me show this to those listening, to those that aren't listening, to those that don't give a shit to listen? But they do keep showing it over and over. So to the ones that come back and try to make nonsense comments and send these emails, you are so far beyond, so far behind the parade that you are wasting your time talking about it to me. It's actually funny when you do that. It's funny and very sad at the same time. And it's sad for you. Because the farther we get into this and understand how deep this is and keep talking about it for now going on 2 years, those kind of dumbass comments are so childish. This is Michael Vaughn and Summer Moon Wells, period. Obviously, allegedly, but to me, this is them. This is them. The middle photo is a Michael Vaughn face. I'm not really sure how anyone thinks that that's Summer Moon. How is it that this face could be Summer Moon? Think about it. That face. These two faces are not the Summer that we know, you guys. What about these two pictures would someone think is Summer Moon Wells? What about these photos? Nothing. Nothing. Why wouldn't the parents of Michael Vaughn even look, not for 1 second have they stopped to look into this? It's not discussed. It's not Summer in either one of those. That's Michael Vaughn. These are children with an underbite. These are different noses, different faces. Totally ignored. This Summer Moon Wells that we see here is the one that we know to be Summer Moon Wells. This Summer Moon Wells photo that we know to be Summer has all of the elements that no one to this day is still talking about. How is it that someone could look at this photo and not recognize the fact that she is attached to a box with maroon trim, and that this photo was snapped off of someone's phone of the guilty party, and that she has a milk jug with a tube coming out of it, attached to her head. How is it? It blows my mind. And it's not that it's unnoticeable. It's right there. The box is right there. The heads are right there. The tube coming out of the white jug is right there. I don't get it. It's totally fake. The other thing that people should be talking about is this. That this photo really, really shows each one of the victims' boxes. This shows so clearly that there's so much wrong and that there's so much information that is being completely blocked out. This here shows the boxes beneath each one of the girls on the steps. It has photos, you guys. These are doorways. These are doorways. Look at the photos that are stuck in here. Like, this is a really intense picture that really didn't get any volume. Look. This is what's beneath them, you guys. It's showing you the deep, dark hole underneath them. The one to the left, I can't make out those photos, but those are the girls' photos. I'm telling you, those are the girls' photos. And there are other people in there outside of the girls that we know. Those are not just the four of them with Ethan. But what's going on to the right of this photo, you guys, shows the underground. Shows the underground. It shows the blood. It shows the underground. I just don't know what's going to wake everybody up. These girls are holding their box. They're holding their box. They're holding it. Makes no sense. Why it's being ignored. This shows like all the different boxes of where these people went. It shows the different people inside each box. It's lighting up. It's a very, very, very telling photo that I needed to go back to. I think it tells like where these pieces of them are. These are pieces of them. Look at this one. Let me brighten it up. Wait. Oh, wow. These are shifting. Wait, let me bring this one back. Copy. This one is shifting. See, more information starts to appear. It's very interesting. These are the most incredible photos. I think that these photos, this photo here that I have, is one of the coolest photos, because when you look, if you guys were to take a screenshot and look within each window, you're going to see the sacrifice of each person. It's in here. Here, I'm going to pull this one out. Each person's sacrifice is shown within the box. Look. Look at this. Here's one of the boxes. Look at, she's hanging by a rope. See that? That's in one of the boxes. You guys see that? It's like showing you a person. This photo is just unbelievable. Every one of these boxes has a different story. And they shouldn't have any story. Thank you for those ones. They shouldn't have any story. Nothing. Why wouldn't anyone talk about this? The information in this photo is just consistently changes, and it's crazy. Like, look at what's happening on her hand. You can almost see two faces appear right here. And it's going to keep shifting. Right on her hand, like looking outside that window. I see it. And then there's a face showing up in here. It's crazy, you guys. It really is. If you think about it, it's... Let me brighten this up. It's pretty insane. It's intense. Brighten. Okay, let me see what's in this little one. I kind of contrasted it a little bit so you guys could see the photos. See the one in the corner here, faces showing up? Right here. Right there. And then, like, they're just faces everywhere. And they're not just random, like she's on fire. Like, it's a story. I think those are faces of them going through their sacrifice. It's making me so hot. Oh my God, look at these. Wait a minute. You guys, these are a lot of sacrifices here. I'm actually sweating, like hot heat. Like I feel like there's flames. Like I'm gonna have to get off of this into like a moment. See that person's head in one of those holders? Oh my God, you guys, I'm dripping. Do you guys see that? Right here. The fuck? Oh, you guys, I am literally sweating my ass off. Oh my God. This is someone in like holding on to a cage. See that? All right, I'm sweating. Okay. Wow. And then this one is so fake. Look at her legs and her arms. If you really take a real close look at the Idaho 4, most of their photos are fake. Completely fake ass photos. That makes no sense. Again, I'm showing you the different holes and doors in which these bodies go. And they all look the same. This is Michael Vaughn's. I've showed this before and I'm sticking to it. This is Michael Vaughn's. I am sticking to it. This is what the holes look like. What you see here is exactly what I just showed you. The fire pits. Wait. Let's see. Let me see so I can put this up here. So these doors are no different than what this, see these doors, these holes? This is just like, this is Summers. This is Summers. So let's pretend this is Summers, which it probably is. And this is someone else's. Everyone has one that represents them. So this also didn't get any traction. This is actually Michael Vaughn's photo off of the TV set of the news station. That's Michael Vaughn's hole. That is his milk jug, and that's his stick, just like what you see over to the right is Summer is sitting in her hole with her milk jug. You guys, I didn't do anything to these pictures. Nothing. I've showed you these in many other videos that I have, and I show you how they come straight from the TV. This is what their channel, local channel news station showed. And that milk jug and whatever's going on there is the same as Summer, and you could intertwine their faces. They're identical. Their heads are staying, they're in the same space. Same space. Let me show you what I mean by that. If I copy and paste, let me crop Summer's head real fast. And move it over. Copy. Okay. Paste. You could literally let me turn it a little. Put Summer's face anywhere on Michael Vaughn's face and Michael Vaughn's face anywhere on Summer's. As if they're always turned the same, like the exact same way. Like they just are always the same. As if they're the same head. It's been that way since day number 1. No difference. That's Michael Vaughn's to the right, and that's Summer's. All the authorities had to do is blow the shit up and look at it closely. Same story. Same information. Same hole in the ground. This is Summer in front of her doorway that's right behind her. It's the same thing as what's to the left. The doors are always there. Always there. This is Kylie Rodney's door. It is always there. Kylie Rodney's door is the same as everyone else's door. It has the sticks on it. It's the same. SUMMERWELLS. Kylie's door wound up being those sticks that she stood in, in the doorway of, I don't know what it was. Looked like it was in a park. But this is her door. Why would this be in the middle of no man's land? The only reason it's there is because those are her sticks and that's her door. Always. Looks just like Summer's on her house. Same thing. These are the same. I'm not quite sure what happened to Molly, but her very last videos show so much information, you guys. I just don't get it. It shows the underground, it shows the doorways, it shows the windows. And that's not the Molly that we know. It just isn't. She shows the doorways and it's the same. It's the same. She stayed consistent. Just like what you see here, these are all the same. This is what I showed the other night. That door is no different than this door. None. Only difference is it's a different victim. Same with this. This is what the rooms look like. They're in this color. They go down under. You could see in. You can't see out. This is the same bed that I showed you that Molly had with the number 5 on her bed. Molly Golightly in the hotel room had the same bed with the same number 5, with the same hole in the ground and the same screen behind the bed. This is what I also just showed you in Benny's. This is what Molly had. Same hole in the ground. Same sick ass shit in the hole in the ground that the kids have to go and, be a part of this whole thing. Probably as we sit here and go over this presentation, that's what's going on. All these kids are not dead. There's plenty of kids to save. This is the same thing. There's the hole in the ground. Same thing. Just showing you different holes that all resemble the same thing. And this is a child looking up as someone looks down at them. These are real photos. Oh, I don't want to get into that. This comes from the interview room. I just threw some other shit in here. I don't know why he always shows this stuff. He always shows the hole in the wall. He always shows the door. He shows the heads in the platters. He shows the heads in the boxes. It's just something that no one is paying attention to that's in his videos. It's a screen. I had this from the other video. It's showing that they all have screens. It's all like some game that they play. And this is what's connected to their heads. I showed this from the other one. I just must have kept it in here. Each child, they're just connected to that. That's like kind of like the same thing as I just showed you in the sacrifice, you know, that they have that stuff connected to their bodies, and it's very sad, but it's kind of like this. What you're looking at is, it's part of the process. Just part of the process. It's very sad. One day, you guys. And this is Summer in her hole, laying in her space. And this is what's happening, is this. This. You're looking at this. This is what's happening. Turn it. Summer is in the hole right there, and this goes like that. It's the same thing. You know, I know that justice is coming to these children because they've worked their asses off to tell their story. And this is their story. This is their story. And I needed to show you how this was also a bunch of bullshit. This Paw Patrol had 3 different versions. 3. Paw Patrol never stayed the same, nor did it even stay in the same box. So I'm not really quite sure who started this Paw Patrol thing, but that's what it started out as. And I just want to let you guys know, and I matched it to the videos. The videos say this is Paw Patrol. Those aren't the same. One is a yellow strip and the other one doesn't. One's in a black thing and the other one isn't. And then they have this dude. So, who did that? Who made this story up? And why? Why would someone make this story up? That's my question. That started with Chris McDonough. That's my question. Because it's Chris McDonough that showed all the different Paw Patrols. So, you guys, that's my presentation for today. This was a pretty good kick-ass presentation, if I must say so myself. I do want to have this photo as my last photo of this live right here. This. In summer. Because to me, this is summer. Right here. These two L's. Make this bigger. Here we go. Just like that. That is for Summer Moon Wells. You guys, and that wraps it up. Oh, you see the number 5 is right. It's right there. The smiley face. See it? Look at that. Wow. Take a screenshot. I am taking a screenshot. Boom. You guys, thank you so much for being here. May Summer and all the other victims get their justice with each story and live that I have here. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you, Muffin Top, for keeping it all clean. And to my WCIA Network family. Oh, man, you guys are an amazing, amazing support. All right. Have a wonderful night. May justice come to these children. God bless you all. Thank you all, and we will talk soon. Good night, guys.